So you might be wondering, how am I still alive considering the raid against me? And the best answer for that I can give is I have no idea. I do know about several murder assassination attempts on my life because they were like someone who had obviously been sent to try to trap me, because at first he was just kind of keeping me sort of a prisoner in Mexico. And then when I managed to escape him, and I hired a lawyer in Mexico to compile a file to try to put him in jail, and he found me and he beat me up, raped me, poisoned my dogs, put a gun in my mouth and fired it. It just happened to jam. That one was an obvious one. But I don't know how many other assassination attempts I just didn't even know were. There's at least one other. And obviously the best time for them to have killed me was when they had me trapped in Maine. And at that point, I think they really just underestimated me. They were just trying to jail me. My computer had been hacked. Who knows what kind of falsified evidence they were trying to gather. And they were trying to put me in jail under a completely false charge that I was stalking my predator. I have a brand on my back with his name. I went to the FBI about him many years before. So, but apparently women have no credibility. Only the men, right? They're the only ones who are listened to. And you're fucking stupid, because that's how they're obliterating us. Anyway, no one sat me down and has told me, the fullest story, what this was all about. And actually, when I was being held in Maine, all I could think about was trying to kill myself to escape, because it seemed like the only way to escape. But I couldn't. And many times I've tried to kill myself because my life is so awful. And I feel so alone and haven't been able to. But at one point, since I'm still alive, I realized I had tried to get help from American law enforcement, and they just ignore me. So I reached out to the international community. I started another LinkedIn account, and I had a LinkedIn account prior to being kidnapped that was extraordinary, that I had put a lot of time into, that had references about what an incredible leader I am and how, they would trust me with their life and blah, 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 from pretty much every job I'd ever had and in even school. I had a network on there with a lot of names you would recognize. Huge network. Not like they were my friends, but they knew me enough, or they saw the power of my resume enough that they connected to me on LinkedIn. And then when I was in Maine, they forced me to delete that LinkedIn profile. That's not what they were trying to put out about me, right? Trying to put out about me that I'm just this crazy sex fiend stalker who's going to leave everything. That would have been the best time to try to kill me. And they didn't. And I think it's really just because they underestimated me. And they thought I was going to end up in jail for these false charges. When I was in Mexico hiding out, I heard, I told everyone my story. And I would hear about these other American women, roughly my age, who were also in Mexico, who had also had everything stolen from them, who were also leaders of some kind. And most likely they're dead now. Starvation, exposure, of assault, who knows why. This is the real news, people, that you are not getting about what is happening to us here.